we'll get going. Okay, thanks everybody for joining us. We're pleased now to be joined by Charlotte student athletes, Octavia Jett Wilson, Jada McMillan, and Kiki McKinney. And a couple of reminders as we start. Please turn off cell phones. Flash photography is not permitted, and no recording is permitted as well. Please raise your hand, state your name and media outlet, and during questions, if you have a question, just raise your hand so we can kind of get ahead and I can call on people and we can bring you the mic. So we will start with the first question. If somebody has the first question. Over here. Can we go over here? Can we get the mic over here?
Cameron Williams with Agent 49. Octavia, you had a big conference tournament named MVP. So what has Coach been preaching to you guys as you prepare for Indiana tomorrow?
Everything remains the same. We prepare just how we prepare for any other team that we have been preparing for. I think most of all, we're just excited to be here. So we're in taking this experience, and everybody doesn't get this experience. So we're in taking all of it, and we're just ready to play.
Questions for the student athletes? We'll go back.
This is for Kiki. Indiana's got some pretty big post players, and so just what's your preparation been like, getting ready to face arguably your toughest test yet?
Just be physical. I think that's going to be the biggest thing for me is obviously she's a great post player. They have a lot of them. But just be physical and trust my teammates to help me out down there.
We're going to give you a break for a minute to formulate some more questions, and we're going to go to a couple questions we have on Zoom. We'll start with Nicholas. If you could identify yourself, Nicholas, and your media outlet.
Hi, this is Nick Carboni from WCNC, the NBC affiliate in Charlotte. Jada, I'll start with you. How are you guys balancing the portion of you that's really glad to make it this far and what that means for the program, but also what you have to do tomorrow?
I think pretty much my team is staying level-headed. Like Tay said, we're very happy to be here, and being able to experience this is big for us and our school. But we also know what we came here to do. We have a job to get done, and that's what we're going to stay focused on doing.
We are going to go to another Zoom question. Bradley Cole, Niner Times. We'll unmute you here. Bradley, go ahead.
Hey, Bradley Cole from Niner Times. This is for Octavia. What's your mindset? You've been playing, all these games. You got, you've had quite the busy last couple of weeks, especially at the conference tournament. How do you personally kind of, stay in the zone and kind of, set aside all the emotions to get into the tournament, but also being in a big moment like tomorrow?
Once again, we had a really great time winning our conference and winning conference championship. I think for this team, we all know how to dial it back down. We've had a couple days to, we had a couple days to, intake the win and, just to know how far we've gotten to come here. So just being with that, we have to start back over. I think that's our mindset. Our mindset is, that's over. We celebrated that. Now it's time to, reach new heights and reach a new goal with coming into the game tomorrow. Like I said, we're all excited and we're happy for this experience. So I think no doubt in our mind that we're going to take this for granted. We're going to go out and play just like how we've been playing. We have great momentum right now. So coming off of those wins, we're going to keep playing how we've been playing. And I expect us to, play how we've been playing and just, I don't know, we're just excited to be here.
We're going to go to Zoom and Haley Jordan. Haley, go ahead.
Hi, Haley Jordan, Sports Illustrated. In your scouting on Indiana, what is the number one thing that you have noticed about the Hoosiers so far? For any of you?
Well, for one, I like to watch a lot of basketball, so I've seen them play a lot of times, and I can just say that they're all great players. It's a good team, and I know what we're capable of as well. So, we're just going out there to play hard and stay focused on what, we know how to play, which is Charlotte basketball. But yeah, other than that, they are a very good team from post players down to guards.
Do we have any questions in the room? We'll go back here and then to Mike.
For Jada, one thing Coach talked a lot about last week is how her and the coaching staff challenged you to get back to the, scoring that you produced last season. And she refers to that little mid-range pull-up as your kill shot. And you showed a lot of that, especially in the North Texas game last week and the La Tech game. So where does that confidence come from? Is it your teammates or do you find it within?
I would say everyone. My teammates down to the coaches, everyone knows what I'm capable of. They help me out with that. They help me with my confidence a lot. And I also know what I'm capable of as well. And I just go out there, produce for my team. I know what they're looking for me to do, which is be aggressive, find my shot, but also facilitate. So.
Mike Merritt, Associated Press. This is the first time, I think, since 2008-9, since Charlotte's been in the tournament. What are you anticipating from the environment tomorrow night, particularly with the home court advantage for Indiana?
I would say that, this is no different than any other game. We've been playing really well on the road. So for us, it's probably a good thing. We know it's going to be loud, but there's nothing that, we haven't seen before. Off of previous games, like we played West Virginia, it was loud in the gym, and the atmosphere there, everybody was West Virginia fans there. But I don't think that startled us and never rattled us. We never get rattled by things like that. We always come together as a team, and we put our backs against everybody. It's us against everybody at the end of the day. And just us having that mentality all the time. We're very, we're not going to back down for nothing. It doesn't matter whose home court we're on.
Any additional questions for the student athletes? Seeing none, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome back again. We're now joined by Charlotte head coach Kara Consuegra. And Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement, then we'll take questions.
I think, my student athletes kind of hit it on the head. We're really excited to be here. Excited for the opportunity. It's been a long time coming for Charlotte women's basketball. And, we've worked really hard to get to this moment. Nothing was handed to us. We had to earn it. We had to go through a really difficult schedule. We had to win some very difficult games, overtime games, close games. We've been through, a lot on this road. And part of, our program, our values is to play with heart. And part of heart is to, celebrate each other and what we've accomplished. And we certainly feel like we have accomplished a lot to be here. At the same time, though, we are here to compete. And so I think we've had a really great balance of, again, celebrating what we have accomplished as a team, as individuals, and as we've gone through this journey, but also know that, we have earned the right to be here. We have prepared well, and we are a really good team. We're going to play a really good team in Indiana. They are outstanding. Everything that, we've seen on them on film and everything we've done to prepare, we know it's a tall task ahead of us. But great teams do hard things. And so we're here to compete. We're here to do hard things. And, we're looking forward to the opportunity to play tomorrow.
We'll open it up to questions, and we'll start on your right.
Obviously, this is your first time as, coaching in the NCAA tournament. But what has it been like for you and the coaching staff, making sure the team is grounded and not, getting caught up in the bright lights of, what's going to be like tomorrow night?
Well, I think for us, it all comes down to who we are every single day. Again, our program is built around core values of heart. And, while we do celebrate each other and, rightfully celebrated our conference championships, I mean, we won the regular season and tournament championship for the first time in history of our program, and that means a lot to us. Of course, it should. You should take time to celebrate those things. But we're also a program that really focuses on the process and not necessarily the outcome. And so every day is very similar for us. We talk about getting better every day. We talk about growing in particular areas, each day, each week. And that's been no different this week. We celebrated our conference championship, and then we got back to work. And I think, that's a big credit to our players who believe in that. Big credit to our veterans who you guys saw up here. I mean, they have been outstanding in terms of leading us. And when we got back to work this week, we maybe had the best practice that we had all year. And again, that's a credit to our veterans who understand, when it is time to, celebrate and enjoy, and when it is time to work. And right now it's time to work.
We'll go to Zoom for a couple questions. Nicholas will unmute you, and you can ask your question. Nicholas?
Kara, Nick Carboni, WCNC Charlotte. Good afternoon. And you threw a lot at your team early, as you mentioned, and there were some struggle points. Was there a moment, whether it was in a game or in a practice or anything, where you started to see that kind of manifest itself into the toughness that you showed throughout probably more than the second half of the season through the conference tournament?
Yeah, I remember, our non-conference was really difficult, and we had some tough games. We had some close games that we just weren't able to finish. And I remember when we played at, I think it was West Virginia, and we had lost. And I told the team I didn't think we were going to lose very many more games because I could see that we were improving. It might have been that hard for them to see, but I could see it, and I knew we were growing. And I told them we weren't going to lose very many more games. Well, then we turn around, we lose to Davidson at home, which we shouldn't have lost that game. We didn't play well. But I think for us, that honestly was the turning point. We had a really tough conversation after that game, and we had to make a decision at that point. Were we going to be the team that was just going to battle and lose, or were we going to turn the corner and really buy in? After that game, we all went home for Christmas. We came back. We had to go through a COVID pause, which, just added on to, I think, some of the obstacles we faced. And after we came out of that COVID pause, we were a different team. I thought everybody really started to get on board. We had to go open up on the road at UTEP, which is a difficult place to play in our league, the hardest road swing of the season, one of the best fan bases in Conference USA. And we went out and we played well. And I think that's when you could start to see that our team believed in themselves. They believed in what I had been telling them, that we were going to be good. And we didn't lose very many games after that. So I would say that's really when it started to turn for us. And once our confidence started to build, you could see what type of a team we were capable of being, and we became.
We'll go to Bradley next. Bradley,
Hey,
go
Coach,
ahead.
Bradley Cole.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Bradley Cole from the Honor Times, Coach, and I was just wondering what you saw this week from a film from Indiana, particularly in a player like Grace Berger, guard for Indiana. What did you see from her specifically and other players that make it a handful for your team tomorrow?
Well, as I said earlier, I think Indiana is really good. I think what makes them so good is there's not a lot of weak points, particularly among their starting five, for all starters to be in double-figure scoring. I think just from my observation, they do what they do really well. And to me, that's a credit to a great team. When teams go out and they know their roles and they know what they're supposed to do, that's what they do really well. I think Berger does that really well. She doesn't try to be somebody else. She knows what she's good at. She's excellent at getting herself that mid-range jumper, but she's also a great facilitator for the team. And so I think, certainly she's going to be a tough task, but they're all really good. Again, they know how to play their roles. They're a great team, and it's going to be a difficult task. But we've done a lot of difficult things this year.
Any other questions in the room for Coach? Okay. Reminder, Charlotte practice starts at 2:50. The first 15 minutes are open to media. Please wear masks. And thank you.
Thank you.